Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Well, we had a great holiday, and we do hope that you guys had a great holiday too.
Well, we started with Archie, Dean, and Dean's dad. We got some beautiful King George whiting, so that episode's coming soon. If you guys struggle with King George whiting and squid, you've done nothing wrong. It's just too much noise, lots of swimmers, jet skis, lots of boats, so it was a bit slow. And for that reason, we actually moved on, didn't we?
We did. We went to Cape Jaffa. Cape Jaffa is in South Australia. It's basically in between Robe and Kingston. We had a great holiday, and once we got back, we decided to go to Portland and catch some tuna.
And we did catch some tuna. And we actually have our friend Hassan, who actually called us. He was in Warrnambool, said, "Oh, Tibi, you're in Portland, can I come on the boat with you?" And he got some tuna as well. So that episode's coming as well in next couple of weeks. And then we did some Mud Island fishing, and we got the gummy shark. I copped a slap over the leg, and apparently that's called shark rash. So I had to be on antibiotics, and we'll explain that in one of the episodes as well. I thought it's a joke first. I said, that's nothing, till actually went infected and it got really bad. Today's episode, it's Brett Reed's actually a good lesson on Westernport King George whiting. And he explains a lot of stuff, so you guys enjoyed today's video.
It might be the sound of the braid screaming off my spool or the challenge of tracking them down each trip, but it's built into my DNA and I absolutely love it. Chasing King George whiting is one of the most exciting challenges on the water. Oh, boys and girls. Feeling that first bite to reeling in a fish that fights above its weight. Come Saturday morning, I'm going for the whiting. Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a high tide. This morning it was at 4:30, so we're going to be fishing the run out tide. We're going to be chasing some whiting. My theory is that whiting have moved up onto the shallow bank overnight with the flood tide. They go up on the bank to look for bass yabbies, worms, and whatever food they can rustle up. And now they're heading back down off the bank. I'll set up in their path to ambush them. As you can see, I've got a mark here just off the bank. And what I'm going to do is really zone in on that mark. And now I'm going to put side scan on. And I know a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about side scan. So if you imagine you're up in the sky and you're looking straight down at the water, and that's the ground on the bottom going out to the side. That's out to my left 25 metres, and that's out to my right 25 metres, and it's behind the boat. And as I'm driving, it's coming off and you're looking down. Again, you need to be driving at least a couple of Ks, not fast, but so I can see there's a weed line there. I've just got to wait. So there's an edge right there, and there's an edge. That's a hole. All that there is a hole, and there's the edge of the weed. So there's a big hole there. So I want to put my boat in there. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a GPS mark, and see if you notice there, I've already got a GPS mark where I've caught fish before, on that where I've done the side scan before. So that's the mark, original mark, and I've honed it in to where I want to put my boat. So the tide's running out, so that's where the hole is, those two marks there. And what I want to do is put my boat, so it's my bum will be just before those marks, and I can cast into those marks for this particular mark. So I reckon if I put it about here, we might be in the game. we're running a bit behind, so we're going to get set up. So I'll just quickly run through for the beginners what we're using. I've got a tray of various different sinkers. There's a bit of flow in Westernport, so I'm just going to I'll have to take a couple of these out just to see. And as you can see, I've got pippies, and because Possum's not here today, I'm very unorganised, and I've got squid. And I'm going to get some water in this bucket so I can put some burley in. Should have done this. There we go. And let's pop the pippies in there. And for the burley cage, I'm just going to use, I bought some pilchards, which are here. We'll get set up. We're just going to jam them in for now, and then once they unthaw a bit, I'll bring it up and give it a mash. Have I got my mashing device? Actually, I don't need to because I've got my mashing device. It comes in handy. Yeah, the old ocean accessories. That's all I'm going to do for now, because the whiting might not even be here, so just slowly get set up. I would have liked to have been here in the dark, because try and show in this video how you get big whiting. Big whiting in the shallows. As long as you come out in the mornings and not in the middle of the day, you absolutely get really, really big whiting in the shallows. So we're gonna get this guy out. I've just got a Reedy's Ting and Oster, and I really rate the feather. You see all these guys catching them on lures and stuff. It's no different to a lure, the fly. Just gives you that 5%, you know, on the tough days. I just like having the best of everything. Be interesting to see if they're screaming out of the rod holders today. But it's a glorious day, and I am running late. I'm normally organised and good to go, but I've got it out late, and I've done a lot of drone footage and stuff like that. So just want to get set up. Throw those pippies in. Pippies are great burley, the shells. We've got the pilchards down there. We've got the drop off. I'm quietly confident that we can snare a few whiting, and not just small whiting, big whiting, because it's early in the morning, and the big ones, they'll go in the shallow water. And hopefully, guys, that's what we can come up with. I haven't even got my squid squares. Normally I have these squid squares, and the new record, if you don't know what a squid square is, it's a little squid square I cut my baits into. I don't use strips, I use squares, and the new record is 15 on one bait. I did this video a few years ago where I caught 5 whiting on one squid square, and the new record is 15 on one bait, and Izzy and Bruno witnessed it. So, and they still to this day, I don't think I'll ever beat that. That was just crazy. Your spots are no good, Reed. No good. Put him out there. There we go, boys. That's a bulldog. Yes. Oh, first one. Oh, it's been so long since I've come over here and had chased the whiting. Oh, he's a good one. And that's, see these, the reel just screaming, and they just dominate you. Oh, he's a bulldog. Oh, is it a trevally? Oh no, it's a pinky. Yeah, I've been warned about these pinkies everywhere. No. It's good to be back in Westernport, but we want whiting. Oh, that was a bite. Didn't feel like whiting though. He's there. Got him. That might be a whiting. It's pulling like might be a pinky. Not sure. It's going around. Ha, boys and girls. That's what we've come from. That's what we come for, boys and girls. Now he's he'd be 38. He's nice size whiting. What I'll do is I'll bang him in the ice. In a minute, I'll get a bit of an ice slurry going, but right now, the whiting, because they're a schooling fish, there'll be lots of them right behind my boat right now. So I want to get the rod back straight out, throw it exactly where I got the last one, and just bob it up and down, slowly wind it in. You got to keep winding them, because as I lift it up and the sinker hits the sand, it'll make a little puff, and that it just attracts fish quicker to your bait. They come over a lot quicker. And they see the bait, smell the bait, and bang, they have a crack. I'm not sure there's a lot of whiting here because we've only got one. I've been here 20 minutes, probably a bit long. Normally I'd move, but it's a bit harder to move with all the cameras and stuff, so I'm just hoping. So I'm lining up when I'm casting out. I've got in the distance you'll see there's some buildings. I'm lighting up a building, and that's where I was catching the fish. So I know exactly this, not exactly, but roughly the area where I'm catching them. The boat's always yawing and stuff, so it's hard to get exactly where the fish are. But when you get onto a bite, just look in the background and try and find an object where you're casting, so you can cast back to the same area. Your boat will yaw and sort of put you a bit off, and if you can get back into the same area and there's a good school there, you'll pluck, a good amount of fish. And right now, while I'm fishing, I'm thinking about what part of the tide we are, and just thinking about if I go there next, another mark I've got, and if I don't get him there, then I'll try over. Oh, there's a fish. You got him on the burst. There's a bait for later. A little salmon. Caught him on the wind back to the boat to pull it in. So that wasn't on the bottom when I caught that salmon, who was mid-water when I'm winding in like a lure, and he just hit it. If I ever go at the snapper later on, because I did bring my snapper rods, I don't know if I will. I'll put that salmon on as that's real good bait. Yep, lured him on. I reckon that's a whiting. Maybe it will pick up here. Oh, this could be some other. I just don't know anymore. What is this guy? Yes, hello, he's a good bull. Have a look at that, guys. He's a nice bully. That's what we want. Oh, and he didn't bite very well. I had to lure him onto the. He is a good 38 centimeters. He's really good. Now what? Oh, sorry, boys. There's another one. This is why I'm down here, because what the whiting do, they're a bit like the snapper. They migrate up. Oh, this guy's really good. Yeah, bulldog. Look at the size of this guy. He's bigger. Yeah, I'm not going to muck around here, guys, because he's good. He'd be 39. I'll break their necks, put them on the ice. There's another one. Oh no, what a time for a camera to die. Look at the size of that bulldog. Hey, look at him. He is a beauty. That's why I use the Reedies. Long shanker. Put him in, just double check the bait, and my batteries died at the wrong time when there's a hot bite. No. So I'm gonna race, get these rods back in, and hopefully I can get another camera battery and I don't miss this bite. Otherwise we This is our opportunity and we've just got to seize it. There's no way that... Back in the game, we got out of it okay. Well, I don't think they'll still be around. But what a burst. We just had a burst. And they're all good fish. We haven't caught a small one yet. I would have liked to have been out here in the dark, but oh well. Oh, that wind, there's one, guys, just like that. Oh, rightio. Look at him, here he comes. Oh, I've missed these guys. Yeah. I missed him. He's get that bait back in the water. Just like that. And we'll put him at the back because they're right behind the boat now and we just got to make the most of it. So they're coming off the banks. This is real good and they're good size whiting too. Yeah, what was I saying? So in that, around September, all the whiting migrate just like the snapper up into the channels. And often when I'm catching snapper, early season, I'll catch really big whiting. I've missed this so much. There's another one, boys. Oh, I can't give him a flat line. Yep, and we've got another one. Oh, this is we're back on the teddies. Oh, there's another. Oh, that's a big one. He's a good one. Ah. It's a panda. It's a panda. Pandas are when after late snapper season, all the real little panties come in, and it's going to be Panty City in Westernport this year. Eh? Oh, there's another one. Sorry, Panty. I'll get back to you. I'll just scull drag this one because I want to get that little guy back. Ah! Alright, so in the past I've said I've only used one rod at a time for whiting, but as I progress in my fishing, I'm always learning. I'm mindful not to get stuck in my ways and always trying to evolve my fishing. And I used to have like a long shank rig and then one with a circle hook rig, but these days I just have both long shank because you'll notice through the video I'm jumping around to different rods and they're exactly the same with exactly the same rod, reel, line, everything. And that's because I just want to, like if I'm striking with that rod, I might hold that rod for a minute. Like with whiting, it doesn't matter. When they're going okay, they'll just hook up. So, you know, it might not be as good as a circle hook, but it's not far off it. Like we're talking like 1% difference, not even that. And because I can strike it, when the whiting bite is tough, I feel like there's no better hook than a long shank. And so the best all-round hook for me is a long shank always. And like there's a reason they've been getting used for many years. The leader, 15 pound, is thin enough to get the bite, but also strong enough to land a bigger fish. Like occasionally, like last year I caught a kingfish on a whiting rig, 80 centimetre kingfish, and that was cool as. And if I had 6 pound or 8 pound or 10 pound, I probably wouldn't have landed that fish. And the cool thing about whiting is as long as you keep moving the bait away from them, they're not going to see your line because they'll be behind the bait and they're a predator. And by winding it and just lifting the sinker off up off the bottom and letting it hit back on the dust, that fly will be like a little bait fish to them. And there's times when the bait comes off my hook and I can still catch them just on the fly. I'll put one out a bit deeper, maybe they're out there. Onto a big one, boys. Real big. Oh, it's pulling a line. This drag clicker doesn't make noise. Here's a bulldog, this one. Here's a bulldog. Oh, look at the size of it, man. Oh, I hope I can land this guy. He's a thumper, man. He's an absolute bulldog. Who says you don't get 50s in the bloody... Look at the size of that, mate. Oh, this guy might be 50. He might be 50, boys and girls. He's a beast. Look at that. Let's measure him. He's 49 centimeters. Oh, what a beauty. Let me hold him up. He's 49 centimeters in 2.5 meters. Right, guys, we've just got to another spot. So after repeating the process for another 2 spots, the box was full of whiting. Can't believe how wild the fishing is in Westernport. It's so good at the moment, and we're in December. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a great day. I don't know how we're going to go this year with our owl. It's pretty sad how they kicked him out, but don't know.
And now the question we all want to know, where is the fish? I know it was very slow during the holiday season because of all this noise, but we do hope that things are going back to normal.
They are back to normal. Already King George whiting start to show all around. Clifton Springs, Jack Rabbit, 2 meters. You know, it's just unbelievable what you can fish. Burke Street, St. Leonard's, plenty King George. Squid's still a little bit touchy, but it's around. Snapper showed up, Old Channel, Spool Grounds, out of Mount Martha, 20 meters, plenty snapper around, either early morning, late at night. Things that everybody talks about it's the kingfish and tuna. Kingfish in front of the rip, one day they're there and they go crazy. Lots of boats go on. Next moment, they're nowhere. Tuna the same. They show that boneheads and people had 4-ways and just plenty tuna around. But the very next day you go, nothing. So it's a bit touch and go. Saying that, Portland, it's on fire. If you're on tuna, 15 meters straight in front of the Abalone farm, so North Shore, plenty tuna around. Guys, thank you for your support. Guys that purchased our t-shirt, our hoodies, thank you heaps.
And once again, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.